What's up, Wretched Nation? It's time for another episode of the mini bike giveaway. Alright, if you're not up to speed, we are giving away a mini bike or a cash prize. All you have to do is spend $10 on our website, wretchedclothing.com. For every $10 you spend, you get entered to win the giveaway. So we're giving away a Coleman ct100 with a Predator 212 motor swapped into it. But we got to finish that swap. We got everything pulled out in the last episode. Last episode will be linked down in the description. Plus it'll be in the playlist if you're watching this one. But that's where we talked about what we're going to do, how we're going to do this. And yeah, we need to swap this motor into the Predator, or swap the Predator motor into the mini bike. But a box from GoPowersports.com showed up. Man, I cannot talk this morning. But we're not sponsored by them or anything. I just found that they have a lot of the parts we need super cheap. So let's check that out. All right, this is the box of stuff. So let's go through and see what we got. This looks to be the chain. We got a decent, nice chain, hopefully. Brand new chain for the bike here. The one we had was definitely rusted. We got a new hub for the clutch because the Predator 212 uses a different hub size than the stock 100cc that came with it. So the old hub was fine, but these two just aren't going to match up. The new engine does not come with its own hub, so we had to buy a new one. No big deal, that's normal for the swap. Here looks to be our brake cable. No, yeah, our brake. No, it's a throttle cable. Here's a throttle cable. This is our brake cable. Got a little tensioner. I got this because I thought ours was gone. Well, we have our one still on the bike, but we're going to put this on there. It didn't cost that much money, and it looks brand new, so make it look good. Kill switch. The motor comes with its own kill switch. You can actually see that right there. But I figured I'd just go ahead and order another one for the handlebar. I don't know if the one that's on there works, but this is so cheap that I think it was like a couple bucks. So, I mean, why not? New brake lever assembly, which I didn't realize this was going to be black, so that's kind of cool. Makes it look a little bit sleeker. And this is our little teeny tiny caliper. Just for assurance, you know, the one we have is pretty rusty and kind of locked up. So, I mean, why not change it out? And then we have our grips and throttle assembly in there. And I believe, is that everything? Yep, that's everything. So yeah, all that stuff was like $130. That's not that much at all. The ct100, at least on GoPowersports.com, they've got parts super cheap. You can rebuild these things for next to nothing. The most expensive thing was the hub and chain. But if you were still using the ct100, I think the hub and chain was like, I don't know, $10, $12. It was super cheap. But once you get into the upgraded parts, definitely more expensive. But yeah, go check them out if you're into mini bikes or got stuff going on with mini bikes. Again, I'm not an affiliate. I'm not anything. It's just the cheapest place I could find, and they've got everything. All right, I figured it'd be easy enough just to change all this stuff out while the motor's not in there. So that's what we're going to do. The brake caliper seems to be working a little bit now that we got it off and kind of freed up. But with the handle being broken and everything, I mean, it's just so cheap to replace this stuff. Might as well put new parts on it. New shiny caliper officially on. Alright guys, small hiccup, like all things happen. We got sent 2 throttle cables instead of a brake cable and a throttle cable. Let me show you what I mean. Alright, so there's the throttle cable in the bag like it's supposed to be. Brake cable. And another throttle cable. So, yeah, we're going to take apart the old brake cable. It still works, and we're just going to have to use that. No big deal, shit happens. It'd be nice to have a brand new one, but I'm just going to throw this throttle cable in the old toolbox, and maybe we'll use it on another project for another day. But it is what it is. I'm not going to go through the process of trying to return this and get a brand new brake cable that only cost a few bucks. It is what it is. I'd rather just move forward with this and move on. But this is what happens when you have projects. All right, it looks like this mini bike is going to fight me every step of the way. So this is the old caliper, and the hole is a little bit deeper than the new caliper. You probably can't see it, but our cable is not going all the way down. It will here, but it won't here. So our cable can't wrap around. It can't. The little thing, I don't know what to call it, won't go all the way down, and our cable won't wrap around and give us the length we need. So since it's not the cable's fault, we'll probably try to take a little tiny drill bit, or at least one that'll fit that, and try and drill the space out a little bit and make this work. All right, unfortunately with our setbacks, we're gonna have to come back tomorrow and get this done. Yeah, just little tiny things. I got some other stuff I gotta do this afternoon. So we're gonna have to come back to this. We'll be here tomorrow, and it'll happen right now. All right, it's the next day, and we're hopefully gonna make some progress on this mini bike. So I did some careful drilling, and we're finally able to get the cable to fit into the caliper. And now we're gonna put it all back together. All right, we need to adjust the brake a little bit, but we finally got it working. Some brand new brake action. All right, next thing we're gonna replace this little kill switch right here. It's probably still good, but again, it was so cheap. We're just gonna take it off and put in a brand new one. All right, new switch is on, and what I do like about it is it has the run and not run. I think a lot of your mini bikes come with a switch that isn't labeled, so it is nice that this aftermarket switch is labeled. All right, so that leaves us with this old, crusty, broken throttle. Let's take this off and get a new one on there. All right, I was getting ready to put the throttle cable through here, and if you can see inside that hole right there, that little silver edge you see, that's actually stopping the little piece right there for the throttle cable going all the way through. So we're gonna have to pull out our drill again and drill it out. All right, now that it's clearanced out, we can get the throttle cable in through, and we just need to kind of put the throttle assembly back together once we get the cable through there. All right, just like that, new throttle is on and working. All right, we got our brake, we got our throttle, new grip. Everything's starting to look pretty good. We need to change out our little chain tensioner roller right there. And then I guess we need to put the motor in. Now we're gonna leave that loose until we gotta put the motor on and get the chain figured out. All right, we're getting everything kind of figured out. Of course, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. We took the breather off, attached throttle cable, and it's working. I'll probably have to adjust it maybe once we actually can fire this thing up. We do need to switch this and turn it one. But yeah, it's coming along. All right, breather's back on. We've moved this so the pull cord comes to the back like it should. So yeah, we got to keep on moving. I did find some oil, so we have oil for it. I think I might just leave the tank like this for now. I know some people, they leave it like this and then they just fill the gas from here. It's a bigger tank, so you're not gonna have to like constantly put gas in it. And I think just for now, just for the ease of getting this together, I think that's just what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put gas in that little port, and you'll probably have plenty of fun with it without having to gas back up. But comment down below what you think you would do. I mean, obviously in the future, it might be better to take this tank off and hang something from here but it's not going to be as much, you're not going to be able to hold as much fuel as this tank you would right here. So I think for now, we're just going to leave that be. But yeah, we just got to keep buttoning some things up. But I mean, we are almost there, guys. All right, guys, so unfortunately, the bolts I grabbed are not long enough. I was going to go ahead and mount the motor, but that's not going to happen. So I'm going to get some longer bolts, and we'll try that. But it's probably irresponsible, but since we found some oil, let's put some gas in this thing and see if we can't get it to run. All right, guys, let's see what happens. Alright guys, we got a running mini bike, kinda. So we definitely need to get that engine mounted and then get some stuff buttoned up, get that chain put on, get the clutch put on. But you know what? That's a win. I'm gonna call that a win. Alright people, we're gonna call that a win. We got the mini bike kind of running, we got everything in place, we got the throttle working. So really shouldn't be much more to go. We're gonna go ahead and close this video out here, and so hopefully the third video, that'll be it. Hopefully next week when you guys see this, we'll be all done and we'll be closing out the giveaway. If you are interested, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. You're either gonna get this mini bike or 300 bucks. All you have to do is spend $10 on our website, wretchedclothing.com. The link will be down in the description. $10 on anything, subtotal, you're not including tax and shipping. But for every $10 you spend, you're gonna get one spot to get the mini bike or $300. And if you spend $100 or more, we're gonna give you one extra spot. So if you spend 100 bucks, you get 11. But I appreciate every single one of you. Comment down below, like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And as always, keep it wretched.